You're listening to For What, hosted by sisters Mary Beth and Lauren.
So excited to be here in the flesh instead of just on FaceTime, watching each other fall asleep into our nap time.
It's true. I love it.
Okay, why don't you give a little backstory on the For What podcast rebrand and how we got to this point?
Yes, I would love to. This summer, 2025, feels like a coming out for me where I'm untamed, I'm unfiltered, I'm no longer placating men. I'm not playing the nice girl role anymore to make other people comfortable, especially men. This podcast is in part to help and empower me and other women to keep asking, for what?
For what?
What purpose do these typical female default responses and habits serve in this era? And can we start poking holes in them and consider other options?
I love that.
Yeah.
What are you hoping listeners can gain from this podcast?
Yeah, I really want to create a safe space for women to be empowered to question the expectations and roles that have been forced upon us. And they're usually outdated, male-dominated patterns in our culture and society. And this is where we can bring our rage and frustration and get curious and ask questions and explore alternatives for ourselves and our daughters and our friends and our sisters.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be really impactful.
Yeah. So what are you hoping to get and give to people through this podcast?
I really hope that women are encouraged to just take a look at and maybe even enforce what they really want for their lives, what's actually going to serve them, how they're going to feel respected and valued in our society.
Right. And that's different for every woman, right?
100%.
So it literally isn't about, oh, there's a better role for women. It's more about having the freedom outside of the conditioning and constructs to self-explore. What the fuck do I actually want for myself?
Right.
Do I want to be at home, popping out babies, baking bread, cooking? That's great.
Love
that.
Be that trad wife.
Yes, we love that. Do I want to be high capacity, high powered in the corporate world, or anything in between?
Right.
Having children, not having children, asexual, having lots of sex with all kinds of people. It literally, there is no right or wrong.
Yeah.
So what we're doing here and what we're inviting everyone who is curious about it, we want to create a space where all of it is allowed. Every form of woman is allowed.
And encouraged.
And celebrated and supported. And this is it. This is what we're doing. So.
Okay, what do you think our options are as women in today's cultural climate with a leader who is so blatantly misogynistic?
Yeah, I really feel, and I think that's partially why the summer of 2025 has been so impactful for me, because I'm feeling the effects of it, and I know I'm not the only one.
It's in our face.
It's
every
everywhere.
single day. It's everywhere.
I think we have two options. We can rage or we can get sick. So we can get angry or we can get sick. And I think it's been classically more comfortable for society if we just swallow it and get sick and hold it in our bodies and pretend it's not happening.
Like literally, women are more likely to have autoimmune diseases, to have cancer, to have diseases in general.
Yes.
As a result of generations of suppressing this anger, this rage, this feeling of unjust and disrespect.
Yes. And invisibility.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, and the fatigue and the classic hysteria of womankind enrages me because
100%.
everybody's like, oh, what are they like? There is a reason we are like that. Period. There is a reason we are so fucking tired.
Like literally, I would be burned at the stake.
Totally. I was. I know I was.
For being a witch because I would not be able to keep it in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here we are bringing the rage, not to spew it out on everyone.
Right.
Although sometimes it might sound like that. Really what we're doing is acknowledging it, calling it what it is.
Yeah.
We're not pretending that it doesn't exist. We're not pretending that every fucking woman isn't thinking about her safety every single day.
Every time she's in the parking lot. Every time it's a little bit dark outside.
Yeah. Walking to a space where there's mostly men. It's like, I mean, it's just everywhere. So you start thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I want to bring those collective experiences and like put them out on the table and like, let's talk about them.
100%.
To help our bodies start processing that out in healthy way, you know, quote unquote, healthy ways, in ways that aren't destructive to other people or ourselves.
Normalizing being realistic about what's happening in the moment. A man is trying to overpower you and be aggressive.
Right.
Like, let's have an out of body experience and look at what is actually happening in real time and not give men the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Not giving men the, oh, he probably means well. No, he fucking doesn't.
Yeah, he probably does not mean well.
So let's be realistic about what's happening.
Let's rewrite the scripts that we have been living by. Like really, that one is no longer serving us to give men the benefit of the doubt.
100%.
That needs to be burned.
I think we can throw that one out.
That it's safe
immediately.
It's safe to burn that one up and really let's rewrite it. And the rewrite is going to be, you told me this recently, that, what did you tell me? You said,
I tell you so many things.
I know. You said, you told me recently that my softness is to be earned by men. I do not come in soft and just vulnerable and kind and gentle with people. That with men, it has to be earned. They have to show that they are mature, that they are regulating their sexual energy, that they are very least safe. Yeah, at the most basic minimum low standard.
Yeah.
And then over time, you know, then I can show that softness. Then I can start to give the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Once I see who someone is, not right out the gate.
Right. Which is unfortunate because we should be able to show up as our complete, authentic, unfiltered, raw self when we're trying to get to know somebody, especially like as a potential partner, a potential intimate partner. Like you want to show up exactly as who you are. But unfortunately, the world that we live in, it is not safe for women to just be completely open.
We can't.
And be very soft and forgiving right off the bat.
Right. No, we can't. We can't. Literally, that has to be restructured. We have to stop doing that because we're getting in abusive relationships. We're getting gaslit. We're getting walked all over, and it's causing not just pain for ourselves, but for our daughters and for the next generation. And it's just this generational, perpetual oppression. And I would like to change that.
I think it should stop.
And it's really fucking exhausting. So we're all really fucking tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So we have another sister who's older than us. And she asked me recently if I considered myself a feminist. And I laughed and I said, most certainly. I actually consider myself a raging feminist. And what that means to me, feminism to me means that we are eliminating sexism in whatever ways we can. And then the raging piece is my rage for all the injustice and oppression of centuries of my kind is fueling me to push past all the obstacles and mental barriers that make me just want to like give up. Yeah. Because I don't want to fight this fight. It's not fun for me to wake up every day and be like, oh, we got to go fight the man and stay safe and teach our daughters how to do it. That's not an enjoyable experience for me. I don't want to coach men on how to treat women well. I would like for them to shut the fuck up and watch and observe and listen and just take social cues and figure it out.
Right.
That's not happening. Right. So I also don't feel like men are necessarily my audience. What feels very clear to me, again, this summer, is I'm here for women. I'm here specifically for young women. Mm-hmm. And I want to do the heavy lifting and pass on the wisdom and the language to help them start at my ceiling, right? And
we're giving permission.
We're giving permission. We're giving permission and we're giving space to be safe, be cunning, be stunning, and live in a liberated way, even as we still exist in a male-dominated society.
Yeah.
So, am I looking for a unicorn? Yes. Yes, I am. Most certainly. Is this going to happen? I don't know. Baby steps. Let's just see how it goes. So, part of what we're going to do in our podcasts is we're going to have a rage list. We're going to have a rage sesh every time. And we're going to bring one rage topic and dissect it and go through all the ins and outs. And we're literally just going to look at every angle of it and how it's affected us personally.
And you let us know if we happen to miss an angle. Yes. We probably won't, but drop a comment if we do so we can talk about it on the pod.
Yes. And also we want your rage. We want to hear what is frustrating you, what feels confusing, what feels off. Why am I so tired? Why am I, continuing to circle around the same thing, same circumstance or relationship problem or whatever it is. We want to hear from you and we want to bring it here and we want to rage about it together because we're not alone. I just know. and I'm going to share my first rage topic today. And I just know I already know I'm not alone. So a couple months ago, I was on dating apps because I am 41 and occasionally I get bored. Most of the time I'm not because I have 2 kids I'm raising on my own. That's the whole thing. And then I have a business. Obviously, I'm not bored all the time. So a couple months ago, I was on a dating app and met a guy. We met for coffee one time, and I am very tuned in to my intuition. I listen to her. She is my best friend. I trust her. So anything that feels off to me, I listen to, and I don't need to ask questions about it. So I met this guy. We went to coffee. Everything was great. He said a few key things that I thought were really important.
Like what?
Like he's a dad. Why was that so important to me? It meant something because I'm a mom and I'm like, yeah, we're raising teenagers. Yes, we're the same. He also said he doesn't want to, he's like, nobody owns anybody else. And I was like, yeah, that's super important to be aware.
He doesn't stand for slavery.
I know.
Basic.
Okay. My background, being in an abusive marriage, that was like a green light for me. I was like, sure. Yes, don't try to own me and control me. That would be great. Okay. So maybe those were the only 2 things that he said that were positives to me. And so I saw him a second time. Well, the second time, we were going to go, he lives in like a townhome community, and we were going to go to his community center, play darts and pool and like whatever. It was like a mid-afternoon hang for like an hour because, again, busy. Yeah. I don't have time for this. So I stopped at his house to see it really quickly, I guess. I don't know. meet him, and then we were going to walk over. Well, we ended up sitting down and talking on the couch. And again, this is the second time I've seen this man. And everything was great for like 15, 20 minutes. And then he sat really close to me and he was like, just came in for a kiss. And I am not that type of person.
Did you kiss him back?
No. I mean, I don't understand what that means.
Okay.
Honestly, when people say that, did I sit there and chow down? No.
Yeah.
I sat there still, and then I kind of pulled away.
Like, what's happening?
Yeah. And I was like, okay. And he was like, is that okay? And I'm thinking in my head, my script was, I mean, you should have asked that before. But I'm like, you
like this guy.
Yeah.
You're attracted to him.
And I went to meet him that day thinking, oh my gosh, we might kiss.
Right.
We might have a kiss. But when he just kissed me and I kind of backed off, and he said, was that okay? I said, that's fine, but I just want to talk today. I want to get to know you and I want you to get to know me. And he was like, totally fine. Got it. And I was like, cool. No harm done. We're good to go. So then we talked for a few more minutes and he was like calm and relaxed. And then I swear to you, there was a change in his face, which now looking back, I'm like, he was aroused. Okay. So he was aroused and then he leaned in for another kiss. And I'm like, okay. So again, was I kissing him back? That's such a difficult question for me to answer because in my mind, alarms were going off.
Yeah.
In my body, alarms were going off. And immediately I knew I was not safe.
Yeah.
So the look in his eye and then his body leaning over me when I've already said, I don't want to do that today.
He turned feral.
He really was.
And he put his body on you in a very possessive, aggressive manner.
Right. Very predatory.
Yeah.
Is what it felt like. Jeez. And again, in the moment, I wasn't registering everything.
Yeah.
It was literally just my body was like, okay. So one of the fascinating things looking back is like, it's amazing how quickly I knew I need to play this safe. I need to play this right so I can get out of here alive and unraped. So that's when I went into my automatic survival mode. So there's fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And I was fawning. And so with fawning, you just take it. You do not buck the system. You don't fight back. You don't walk away. You just sit there and you do your best to endure and you wait for it to be over, basically. Right. So I fawned mostly, but I was also the whole time saying with my words and my body language, hey, like, take it easy.
I'm not into this.
I did. Yeah. He, at one point, I think after the second kiss, he was like, I feel like you're holding back. And I said, I am.
And so should you.
Because I said, I don't want to do this today.
Yeah.
And then I literally said, like, we are not fucking today.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, maybe I could just lick your pussy. And I was like, no, sir.
No, you can't.
And he's like, but just like, look at you. And I'm like, you're acting like I'm a piece of candy in a candy store. And he goes, oh, more like a steak. And I was like, okay.
What are you, a tiger?
Yeah. What are you, a literal fucking beast?
Animal?
Like, oh my God.
Jesus.
So obviously my whole body was just, I got to get the fuck out of here.
And so disappointing.
So frustrating. I hadn't even gotten there though. I hadn't even gotten there. It was literally just, I was in survival. And so this went on for about, from first kiss to me getting in my car was probably 30 minutes of me trying to back out, but like still in a playful way because I mean, everything in me wanted to push him off me and be like, get the fuck off me, fuck you, and run out, right?
Yeah.
But I just knew because of that feral behavior, and he was bigger than me. He was on testosterone. He is on testosterone for sure. taking all the steroids, like, and that's a thing. Like, there's steroid rage and then there's steroid arousal where they can't control themselves. So he's putting my hand on his cock, touching me over my shirt, putting his hand up my skirt, still trying to kiss me. Now at this point, leaning over me. And I'm like, bro, I'm pushing him away. I'm scooting away. I'm pushing away. I finally get up. I walk. I'm like, I gotta go. And he's like, oh, but we're having fun. Isn't this fun? And I'm like, I think you're having a lot of fun.
This is a literal nightmare.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know that you're okay. And he goes, why are you hesitant? And I'm like, because I don't know you. And he's like, I'm not going to do anything. And I'm thinking, you're already doing it. You're already
100%. You've already done it.
But okay, way to try to gaslight me.
Right.
Like, no, it's happening now.
Yeah.
So, and he goes, well, I could say the same about you. Like, not trusting me. And I was like, oh yeah? Are you afraid that I'm going to manhandle you? And he just kind of smirked like, no. I'm like, it's not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same. So show me that I can trust you by maybe talking and not touching me. No, didn't get the clue. Can I hug you? I'm like, again, I'm still in a fawn state.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God.
Because like, God forbid you set this guy off.
Yeah.
You give him a reason to be more aggressive. Not you giving him a reason,
right,
but something that he would mistake as permission to physically dominate, right, to pin you down, to be even more coercive.
Yeah, to take it to the next level. And that was it. And my body knew I cannot give a hard no.
Yeah.
Because if
you can't trust him.
We know men's worst fear is being humiliated.
Yeah.
Where women's worst fear is death, being killed.
Raped.
Okay.
Tortured.
Assault and death.
Yeah.
So I knew I cannot overtly make this man feel rejected or humiliated, or that feral is going to take over and I'm dead. I'm for sure raped and then I'm dead.
Yeah.
So again, I'm like backing out. I'm like, okay, whatever. I give him a hug or I stand there, honestly, and he's holding my hands. And again, he puts my hand on his cock and I'm like, I literally said, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, this is just so much fun, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I finally leave. I get in my car and I'm shaking. I call my friend and she is like off the rails. What a fucking predator. And I'm like, yeah, yes. So now I'm coming out of the fawn state.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, oh God. Yeah. That was really, really bad. Oh my God. That was really bad. That was like, obviously not the worst it could have been, but it was very violating.
Yeah.
What has happened in the months since then is that, first of all, I'm like, if I was a younger version of me, if I had a less feisty, dominant personality, which I have a very feisty, dominant personality, if I didn't know what I know about my voice and my intuition and my rights as a woman, I 100% would have been raped. He would have kept putting his hands on me, taking my clothes off, penetrating. I know that was going to happen because of the amount of times I'm pushing him away and he's just going back after it, right? Just tugging on my clothes, like just trying to see what
his number one priority was getting his dick wet, and he was going to do whatever it took to get there. He's even like, fine, I'll eat you out if that's what it takes. Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
The audacity. And he, I feel like this needs to be said because it's a huge element to me. He's white. He's a white man. The amount of privilege and audacity that he has, that he walks around with, just...
He's never been told no in a meaningful way, where he couldn't skirt around, find an alternative, eventually get his way, whatever.
Right. So the weeks that followed, I mean, I cried for 4 days. I felt so stupid. I felt so stupid. I felt so much shame and humiliation. The immediate thoughts were, I should have known better. I shouldn't have gone over there. I shoulda, all these things.
You should be able to go over to a man's house, sit on his couch, have a conversation, and not be violated.
Right. Exactly.
That's the should of it all.
And my process in the aftermath of this assault is what brought us here, because I know I'm not alone. And I know there are so many women and young girls out there blaming themselves 100%. For these predatory men assaulting them. And I'm done. Yeah. I am done saying I should have known better. He should have known better.
100%.
He should know to keep his fucking hands to himself. Yes. He should know, because of his privilege, because of his gender, to say, I want to create a safe space for you.
Because of his size.
Yeah, his size, everything.
You're in his house. You're on his couch.
We are alone.
Where was any of his awareness? Where was any of his responsibility? Where was any of his accountability in this interaction?
Right. That script needs to be rewritten.
100%.
No more
100%.
do women need to say, oh, I should have known that. I shouldn't have dressed like that. I shouldn't have flirted with him. I shouldn't have kissed him. I shouldn't have.
You can wear what you want. You can say what you want. You can touch how you want. And then you can still say, no, I don't want more.
That's right.
Or actually, I kissed you and I don't want to do that again.
That's right.
Because that didn't feel right. You are allowed to say that.
At any point, always.
Because a man would.
Yeah.
A man would. Men wear whatever the fuck they want. Yes. They wear these nasty little anklets, nasty little flip-flops with their fucking Crocs. Toes out, nasty little Crocs and the Hey Dudes. They wear whatever the fuck they want. They kiss whoever the fuck they want.
Whenever
then
they
say, oh, I'm going to ghost you. I'm not going to respond to you because, oh, I didn't like the vibe that you gave off. They apologize for absolutely nothing.
That's right.
And I think we should take a cue.
Let's
tip the scale.
Let's tip the scale a little bit on that one. And the truth is I have amazing support on my side. So obviously there's you, there's my friends, my best friend, our other sister. Every single person I talked to took that stance. Yeah. Okay. I know that not every woman has that.
Yeah.
And that is a tragedy. It's a crime in and of itself that everyone wouldn't say, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Because anybody would have a question of, well, what was your...
Yeah.
What were you doing? What were you saying? Oh, you probably weren't forceful enough. Whatever the fuck. Like...
Did you make it clear?
No.
Here's the thing. Here's what
anything beyond a resounding yes, my legs are open, my panties are off, is a no.
Yeah. I tell my son, my 13-year-old son, if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no.
100%.
If you're not getting an enthusiastic, oh my God, yes, I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Then you're not. No. If it's a, sure, that's a no. That's a no. Okay. So I don't understand how a 45-year-old man doesn't know that, but my 13-year-old son does. Also, I looked up on Chat GPT just to make sure I wasn't crazy in those following days of like, wait, what is safe touch and consent again?
Yeah.
And it is laid out. I encourage every single human to look at what the definition of these things are, safe touch and consent, because it is literally never assuming. You never, ever fucking assume. You don't assume. And this guy was assuming we were both enjoying it because he was enjoying it so much.
Right.
And I'm like, the audacity to think that just because you're aroused by me, I am too aroused by you. No,
to the same degree.
No, not even fucking close. And he couldn't hear my no.
His dick was too loud.
Yeah.
He couldn't hear
He couldn't hear my no because he was so sexually charged. Okay. That's not my responsibility. And I even kept saying, are you okay? Like, I don't think you're okay. You're shaking. He was like, my heart's pounding. And I'm like, oh my God. Get a hold of yourself. And
why don't you go rub one out so we can
I literally said that.
continue to have a conversation.
I literally said,
Get
you
some
need to
water,
go
grab a snack,
take care of yourself.
get your blankie.
Like, how are you not taking care of yourself at 45 years old? Why are you depending on women to do that?
And he has children.
He has boys.
What are they learning?
I don't even want to think about it. I hope they listen to this podcast.
I hope this podcast makes its way across their desk.
I do too. I really do. Get in their ear holes. So you never assume.
No.
You always ask. You just fucking ask.
Yeah.
And if there's the outlier woman who loves to be assaulted or loves that aspect of it, you know, of like that true dominance, that's totally great. I'm not kink shaming, but still, the initial question can be asked.
Totally.
And if that ruins the chemistry, guess what? You can find more mature people who that question of, hey, are you wanting me to dominate you right now? And her saying, fuck yes. If that ruins the chemistry, find another partner. That's all I have to say.
It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be.
But it's not going to. So
it's not.
You haven't even tried.
No.
Let's just try.
Just try it.
Everyone
try it.
We don't even know what's going to happen.
Somebody
try it and get back to us. Let us know.
Somebody asked that.
Oh, he asked if he could dominate me, and I said yes, but
it was too late.
It dried me up right away.
I just didn't really like that. Okay, so
anyway,
for all the men who have wandered upon this episode, I'm so glad you're here because this one is for you. Never assume. Always ask questions. Always ask before. So you ask before you kiss.
Yeah.
And then you ask after too.
Yeah.
You say,
did you like that?
Are you comfortable? What would make you more comfortable? And then you ask again if you'd like to kiss her. Is it okay if I kiss you again?
Yeah.
Is it okay if I hold your hand?
Did you enjoy that?
Before you hold her hand, you say, would it be okay if I hold your hand? I really want to. Man, I'd love to give you a hug. Would that be okay with you?
A little bit of forethought goes a long way.
And then this is the kicker. This is the fucking kicker. You listen. You listen to the answer. Because if she says, that was okay, but I'd like to just talk. What does that say? What is that? Is that a yes? Is that a fuck yes? No, it's not. That was a no. That was a stop. That wasn't a pause and keep asking me, keep pressuring me. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was like, I heard you and I respect that. I would love for you to tell me when you feel comfortable.
Love.
I would love for you to give me the green light when you're ready.
Let me know when you're feeling it. I will be here, hot and ready to go, but I can take care of myself in the meantime.
I can regulate my own fucking arousal in the meantime. You don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to put that shit on you.
100%. That felt good.
That felt really good. And there you have it. So let's start there.
It's so simple.
It is so simple.
Ask and listen.
Right? Don't assume. Ask questions before, during, and after, continually, and then respect the answer. Just have the emotional intelligence to say, hey, you not feeling comfortable isn't a personal rejection to who I am as a human.
Right.
It's just your prerogative, your preference.
Your body.
Now I get to know you in other ways. Like, come on, whatever. Okay, there it is. That's why we're here. That's why I'm so full of rage and also feel just as equally justified by it all. And I would like all of us to hold hands and gather together and share our stories and support each other and no longer carry the responsibility and weight of men's actions and men's sexual energy
100%.
On our shoulders and our bodies and our minds with shame.
And because sometimes it can be so subtle.
Yes.
The overpowering, the aggression of men can be really subtle sometimes where you don't see it right away. Or even in the situation where you were in, your past experiences, unfortunately, the life that you have lived prior to this moment had prepared you for that fawn response.
Right.
But somebody else may not have that foresight or may have that intuition. So I think it's extremely important that we talk about in great detail what was said, the tone, the actions, what it felt like, to give permission to not accept this vibe, this nasty, unbridled, male, big dick. I always wear a hat. I'm driving a truck and I have a calf tattoo energy. Like, fuck off.
We're done with you.
We're done.
That's it. Yeah, I agree. And I do think there is this divine wisdom in each one of our bodies. And I worked with my coach after this because I was like, I hate that I fawned. Why did I do that? I'm a fighter, or at least flee. And he said, oh, fawning is a tool in your toolbox. And I will absolutely trust that your body knew exactly the safest strategy to get you out of there. And you only had one shot in those circumstances.
100%.
So we're going to trust that fawning was the most brilliant for you, and we're going to honor that. And I was like, oh, yes, that's what I would like to do. Yep. And again, that's not socially acceptable.
Right.
It is socially acceptable for men to say, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you felt that way. I am sorry you took it that way, which is what he said. And for women to say, oh, I'm so dirty. I screwed up. I should have known.
Or, oh, it's not what he meant.
Yeah.
Oh, he really is a good guy. He just really likes me.
Oh, I must have not made it clear enough. Oh, I could do better.
What's wrong with me that I didn't want a guy who likes me to touch me and be all over me and rub my hand on his cock?
Absolutely not.
There's nothing wrong with
Absolutely
you.
Not.
There's nothing wrong with you.
No. You are perfect. You are perfect.
Whatever you thought was perfect.
Yeah. And so let's transfer all those thoughts back over to him as the predator.
Yeah.
And call it what it is and stop blaming ourselves.
100%.
Okay. And yes, we have to be smart and, you know,
there's always things to learn.
Always things to learn.
Things that we can improve.
Yeah. And experience, you know, quote unquote mistakes, failures. I don't even believe in that. It's just learning opportunities. So for me, this was a massive, painful learning opportunity. But boy, the fuck did I learn. And I'm setting boundaries for myself moving forward. I'm like, okay, in 2025, you can't always trust men alone in their homes. So like, don't go there until you know them, I don't know, super well.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that point is yet. I haven't gotten there because I'm just done. I'm done for a while.
Yeah.
So we thank you for being here. We're honored, honestly. So grateful that you chose to spend time with us today. And let's keep spreading the rage. And if you guys find yourselves asking ever, I'm doing this for what? We want to know. We want to know. Send it in our email, comment. Share this with your friends, follow us. There's going to be a lot more, and let's learn and let's rage together. Bye. Bye. If today hit home or lit a spark, drop a review, subscribe, follow, like it, post it, tag us, and send it in the group text.
We're so grateful you've spent time with us today. If you want to keep this podcast alive and thriving, there's a link to support us below. Even $5 says, keep going, gals.
Until next time, look for opportunities to deviate from the default, and don't forget to ask yourself,
for what?